Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn biology. Today, control of blood sugar. Control of blood sugar levels. And after we've done it, we're going to do wrist training. And if you participate then in the wrist training, it's at your own risk. It is vital that the sugar or glucose level of the blood is kept constant. Okay, it is for the human body important that the amount of sugar or the amount of glucose, maybe that is similar, maybe another name, maybe it's something different, is constant in the human body. It cannot just go up and down. It makes sense. Why should the organism be built to make it just like that or that? If it gets too low, then cells will not have enough to use for respiration. Okay, if blood sugar level is too low, then the cells in the human bodies, these millions or billions of cells, they can't breathe. Cells need to breathe, whatever. If it is too high, then it may start to pass out of the body in the urine, the blood sugar. And when happens what? If it's too high and it's passed out, it's not a good thing. No, the problem seems to be it is. Let's read on. Insulin is the hormone that controls the level of glucose in the blood. We learned something about homeostasis in the previous part of biology. The glands are sending out hormones from the bloodstream to the target organs, and they are controlling these things for homeostasis, to make the whole human body steady. And one of these things is the sugar content. To make sure also water and temperature and mineral content, but also homeostasis, that the sugar content or the glucose content of the human body is constant. And insulin is this hormone that controls the level of glucose in the blood. Okay, glucose is in the blood, and so that the cells in the blood can breathe or can respirate, they have to have the right amount of glucose in them. Glucose. And insulin is it which controls, is the hormone which makes sure that enough glucose is there. Insulin is made in the pancreas. Now it would be great if I would know where the pancreas is, but I think it is. But I don't know what it is. I just thought it could have. Insulin is made in the pancreas. When glucose levels are too high, insulin is released. Okay, there's too much glucose, and then insulin is put out into the human body by the pancreas. And that insulin then acts onto the liver. That's somewhere here, but I don't know it. And it causes it to convert excess glucose into glycogen for storage. I don't understand the word storage. So it is stored somewhere. The insulin acts on the liver. Okay, this insulin travels through the bloodstream, this hormone, then comes to the liver, and then causes it to convert excess glucose, EXCESS, the excess of glucose, or in the form of excessive? The exiting or the excess, but I don't think it's important, one of the two. Causing it to convert excess glucose into glycogen for storage. Okay, and now it tells the liver, yes, keep on doing glucose. We want to have it in the blood. We want to have sugar and glucose in the blood. But right now, don't bring it out. Put it into your storage. And then it is all in the liver, stored, and the liver, if it is too high, then it may start to pass out of the body through the urine, and the liver puts it out. Now we haven't understood it all. Let's read on. Glucose in the blood equals insulin, glycogen in the liver. I think that is just the half explanation. I think it goes by now. It's a very short explanation. But with very short explanation, do we have understood? Did we do understood? Okay. If not enough sugar or glucose is in the body, then the cells can't respirate. And if there is too much, then it is passed out through the urine. The controlling hormone, which is sent out by the pancreas somewhere, it is sent out, little whatever, little cells, and they are going then to the liver and telling the liver there, because the liver has now these hormones in them, and that makes the liver not to bring the glucose out to the blood, but to store it. Okay, we understood what is written here, but it seems to stop it. It's like a street which suddenly doesn't go on. So we're not going to do a presentation about controlling of the blood sugar levels. We will come back sometime later to blood sugar levels, and of course to biology. But for now, that is what we have here. And if you were just here for that, you can go directly to the next part of blood sugar levels or biology, and then we will continue with something similar. Here we will do now the wrist training. If you participate in the wrist training, that is at your own risk. Good still stand as always. Hands next to us, hands on the fist, and you're doing the spotlight. Hands down and up. And the last hand down and up. And the next exercise, hands on the fist next to us, and we're bringing them to the inside and to the outside. I'm wondering, these are a lot of information, this would be perfect. There are around 10-15 informations. So perfectly for a little presentation. Not too much, but 10-15 is more or less at the maximum which someone could process and get that information. But we can't do anything about it. It makes sense. Let's read on. That was the last time here of the flashlight. Next exercise we're doing the magician flat hands and then to the inside. We're going to read on, and when we come back, doing then these 10-15 informations maybe. But even if we don't explain how the rod goes on, I think it would be better to know how the rod goes on. To the outside and to the inside. Now when we're already half in, if one of these exercises causes pain, then stop immediately. That's the first rule. The second rule is go only as far as you can go with a little bit of effort. The third one is we just want to strengthen, not to exhaust, so don't overdo it. Next exercise. Hands up and down. The pancake flipper. And the last time up. Now with T-Rex in the morning. Flat hands out and then bringing them down. And up. And the last time down. And now we're doing what? We're doing the grip, anxious to a fever. Arm next to us, hand form to a fist, and we're bringing that fist down and we're pressing carefully against it. And we're pulling from the outside. And we're pressing from the top of it. And from the bottom. Now the other hand next to us, we're bringing it down and we're pressing carefully against it. Pull carefully. Press a bit from the top. Now from the bottom. And that was wrist training. I thank you very much and have a nice time.